There's no reason to be nervous, Miss Madden.
You can call me Jane. Miss Madden makes me feel old.
Okay, there's no reason to be nervous, Jane.
I'm not nervous.
I hope this makes it a bit easier for you. Your full name is Jane Adrian Madden, correct?
Yes.
All right, well, I'm Officer Daniel Barlow. You can call me Dan or Barlow. It really doesn't matter. Whatever makes you feel most comfortable.
Thanks.
Before we dive into the really heavy stuff, I'd like to ask you a few questions about your personal life, okay?
Okay.
So, lawyer, right?
Yeah, I know, it's ironic.
Quite so. You were still successful otherwise, I thought. If I remember, you run your own firm?
It's not really my own firm, although I do suppose it's up to me now. My parents started it when they got married, and I inherited it when I was old enough. It was given to me.
You were still successful otherwise, I thought.
I did win majority of my cases, and there were a good couple of years where I was wanted to represent some of the most important cases in the state. But the cases that were most important to me, I failed to win.
Could you describe one of those cases to me further?
There was a case in which I was representing an 8-year-old girl, Lillian was her name, in some case against some old creep who had been trafficking pictures of underage girls.
And you lost that one?
He destroyed all the evidence. The statement from an 8-year-old wasn't good enough for the jury.
I'm sorry.
It was my fault. I stupidly went the route of trying to appeal to the emotional side of how Lillian was feeling, especially since I had spent so much time with her on my own, when I should have just stated facts.
That's not stupid.
It is when what the jury wanted were facts, not explanation on some kid's trauma.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Okay, well, it still seems like a rather awful thing for both you and Lillian to go through.
Of course it was.
Who was with you through all this?
Emerson.
Right.
She's the only person. I don't have time for other people.
So, Emerson.
Emerson.
How long had you two been together at this point?
We were coming up on our 4-year anniversary in a couple weeks, but I'd known her my entire life. Met her in kindergarten.
Long time.
Long time.
If you remember, did she introduce herself to you?
Yeah. I found her roly-poly outside and brought it into the classroom one day. She asked me, "What's his name?"
That's sweet.
She was sweet.
Was she always sweet?
Thought so.
Jane, you may refuse to answer the questions I ask you about you and Emerson's relationship. However, I would like to gain a better understanding of the two of you's connection. Was she your only friend your entire life?
No, there were others throughout high school, but they were really just Emerson's friends that tolerated her dragging me everywhere. After I graduated, I didn't have time for anyone besides her.
Did you still have a decent amount of time to spend with her?
Well, at first no, but we moved in together soon, and that helped a lot. That way I got to see her every night and every morning at least.
And that was enough?
For me, yeah.
And for Emerson?
It wasn't. I just learned that, unfortunately.
She never told you.
I mean, she did, but it was too late.
Could you describe that night to me?
I can try.
Take your time.
So, Emerson liked to throw these parties.
Was she always a partier?
No, it started maybe 3 years into our relationship. I threw the first one, actually, for her birthday. She had a lot of fun.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Well, after that, she kept throwing more and more.
You didn't stop her?
Of course not. I felt like such a terrible partner that I thought if she could just do whatever she wanted, she would be happy. Not gonna sugarcoat it, it helps that I'm rich. Big house, pool, money for drinks.
Did you feel like she was taking advantage of you?
No, I just felt like a terrible partner.
What was special about that particular party?
I was holed up in my office, I had to work.
Leading up to the party, was she acting normal?
Yeah. She was better than normal, actually. It was the first time in a couple of weeks we had to mow it together.
How come?
I was representing some lady in a divorce case. It was the first case I had taken after Lillian's.
How had work changed for you after Lillian's trial?
I didn't care about it. I didn't care about anything. I believe that if you have passion for something, you can always find a way to be successful. But after the verdict was declared, that fire I always felt just vanished. Emerson tried to help.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Come on, Jane, that creep destroyed all the evidence. There was nothing more you could do.
It's okay, Em. You don't understand how this works. Just know that I messed up too.
Don't have to be so hard on yourself.
One of us has to be.
Okay, well, let's just take a break from work for a little while, all right?
Did you take a break?
For a week I tried my hardest, but the bad thing about having a purpose is that if you're not doing it, there's no point to you.
What about me? I thought I was the point of existence to you.
I told myself that. But the problem was I wasn't the one for you.
Sorry.
I realize now that I loved Emerson more than she could ever love me. I chose her to be mine, and I didn't let go, even when I wasn't happy.
Oh.
Kind of sounds like if I can't have you, nobody can, doesn't it?
It does, but was it really that simple?
I don't know. God, I hope not.
What was it that pushed you over the edge?
That night I was working in my office. I went outside to take a breath of fresh air, and I saw her with someone else.
She cheated?
Yeah, but I saw it coming.
You did?
Of course I did. My poor girlfriend I didn't pay any attention to.
Her cheating wasn't what brought you to...
No. I had waited for everyone to leave before I confronted her. When I did, she was sitting by the edge of the pool.
What's wrong?
It's nothing. I just saw you.
What are you talking about?
The other girl.
Damn it, Jane, listen.
No, it's okay. I understand.
No,
I just don't...
I mean, what did you think was gonna happen? You spent so much time up in your office.
I'm sorry.
I mean, yes, sure, I should have told you, but you already knew. You already know everything going on with everyone, with that weird psychoanalysis thing that you do when you remind me how much smarter you are than me.
I don't do that.
Yes, you do. Oh my God, why do you think I stopped trying to console you after Lillian's trial? I was ignored because, you don't know how this all works.
I'm sorry.
Don't try to apologize, Jane. I mean, I get it. You kind of let a creep go in front of a little girl, but oh my God, I bet this is how she felt. Like you forgot about her. How could you forget about us, Jane?
Jane!
I didn't forget about them. I didn't forget about either of them. I had worked so hard for months, and Emerson, I had her for years and years. And then...
And then what, Jane?
I didn't forget about you. You forgot about me. You were supposed to be with me for the rest of my life. You were supposed to love me. That was your job. There's always things that can go wrong. And of course I accounted for that, but you were never supposed to do that to me. You were never supposed to cheat on me. How hard was it for you just to love me? I didn't need you. You came into my life. You made me love you. You put yourself in my plan. Then you screwed yourself over. You're the reason you're dead.
And then what happened, Jane?
Then she drowned.